Yeah. So another person upset. Everybody getting fired right now.
That's what it looks like. I saw those videos you sent me. That's crazy.
The amount of the amount of people getting laid off right now is enough. I think just yesterday, 12,000 from UPS got
12,000?
laid. 12,000, bro.
Like it's
And I
not
know
coming down the pipe. That's here.
that's already happened. Gone.
Wow. Do you know why?
Well, it's profits, man. Like I think that's the main. It's always a reason that we don't really know the full reason, but they're saying the drivers. Everyone thought, oh yeah, they're gonna be firing the drivers, but all the drivers under a union, so it's a little different. They not that they're not affected, but it's mainly management and probably people in the office and maybe the dock guys. Anyone who's not in the union is getting affected by this.
Wow.
But I think UPS was profitable. It's probably just to clean the payroll, man.
It could be that. It could be something that Amazon just announced or something. Like, I just don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. These layoffs are getting heavy. I don't know what people. I keep seeing these stories like people getting laid off and they don't know. They have no clue. They don't know what to do. They're trying to find. There's a lady blowing up on TikTok from walking around with a job application.
Wow.
That's the trend, bro.
Is she like applying to places? Just
Yeah.
Wow.
Like coffee shops and she's walking around and she's recording the video, but the video's blowing up. So she might just need to keep faking it,
Oh yeah. She might not have to get that application out after all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Make enough on the video.
Anyway, man, how's your day, man? How's everything going?
Good. It was.
How's everything going, man?
It was a long one, but good. Did a bunch of lights.
Hold up, you breaking up a little bit.
Oh, I might have to go outside.
What you picking up, dude?
I'm getting some liquid death.
Liquid death. I like those cans. I like that. What's that? What's the green one? The green and gold one?
Severed lime.
Yeah, that's sparkling liquid death. I like that one.
I got that convicted melon. Yes, please. Thank you.
Bro, they made that one for the hood. They made that one for the hood. I know they did. They said, you know what? The data saying. The data said,
Yeah. Convicted melon right there.
See, bro? They
That's
knew.
fresh. That's a fresh can.
They knew. They knew. They knew exactly what they were doing. Water, let's sprinkle a little bit of flavor in there.
Yeah. No, it was a good day. I went and worked for a lady who's a retired forensic scientist or forensic surgeon, something like that.
Like working on dead bodies?
Bodies, man.
Hey, bro, does she look dark? You ever know people who work on with bodies? They look like they got a dark glow around them.
Yeah, dude, totally. Totally. But she was really cool. Like, yeah. I always find that those people, just like police officers, it's like they're really cool and down to earth, but they've seen something.
Oh, they have to, bro. You see death every day. If you don't,
they seen that.
If you don't appreciate, if you don't appreciate life every day, after working with dead people, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and it's like, it's such a sacrifice too, because I just don't know how you raise a family or do anything when you have that kind of job. I'm sure you work like crazy hours, you know, something happens, you got to go right now, you know, or like when it's cleared by the police to enter or something. I don't know, but you're there until you're done.
Was she like working for the county, or was she like working for a funeral home, or it's so many different?
I actually didn't.
It's probably so many more than we probably think. But
you think so? I always wonder about this because I always am like, is there more death and murders, or is it less than I think? You know, like, is everybody out there getting whacked and I just don't hear about it or know anyone, and then they don't want to report it on the news, or do they report it every time? I don't know.
Oh wait, she's a forensic surgeon. Like, she's not like a.
I could be
like so.
I could be wrong about that. She said a forensic scientist or something like that. So she's a smart lady. Like,
yeah,
she seemed very intelligent.
That can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
A forensic scientist could be figuring out a crime scene, maybe.
Yeah, that's like, what she said. I was like, you know, like bodies and stuff, and she was like, "Oh yeah." But
yeah,
it was towards the end of the job, and you know, I don't know if she wanted to get into it or whatever with me, but yeah, she was nice, but definitely seemed like one of those people who probably spent a lot of time, you know, just on the job site alone. Contractors get like that all the time, man. Like, sometimes you just meet somebody and they just don't have a lot to say because they're used to being alone somewhere and just happy with themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, most people, I don't know. But yeah, that's true. But most people, sometimes they just want to. People love talking about themselves.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think certain professions, they get embarrassed about it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I know that to be true.
They think people got like judgments about it.
Well,
you know, you got to pull it out of them.
It's kind of true about contracting. You know, like there's a lot of stigma, I think, attached to the construction world where people are like, and I think society makes it that way. You know, it's getting better because we're making so much money now that people have to take us seriously. But I think before it was like a low income thing, and you're dirty, you're crawling around in something, you're like somebody's help.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. The thing is, what's crazy about that is like construction and like labor work has been making some of the old heads rich for so long, but they never acted like it. You know,
right.
You know, like all the old black guys that I grew up with that was like hard working. You know, Mr. Johnson. You know, he owned a nursery. He always got on dirty pants, and then you find out later on he's been a millionaire for like all my kid life.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, and you think about it. Well, now you're like, oh man, he had 15 trucks.
Yeah,
he had a crew of people.
He was
working every day.
Yeah,
he was doing. You know, he was living in you know, maybe not the neighborhood you thought, but he had the biggest house in the neighborhood. You know,
100%.
He always had the Thanksgiving giveaway. But, you know, so people kind of associate those things, those jobs with like, oh, not a lot of income. But if you don't have them, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Well, it's just the way, it's like the same thing that people think about like janitors that work for the city and garbage men, you know?
Yeah.
Some of those guys die and people like finally get to see their bank accounts and stuff. And they're just like, what was this guy doing? Dude, he was working a steady job. He probably had a steady investment system. And he didn't spend any money. He worked all the time, you know, but at his own pace.
What do you mean he can't take 100,000 and turn it to $1 million?
No. Well, sometimes they do.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's still. I don't know how city jobs, state jobs. I mean, they're consistent, bro. If they're not running, everything's broke down.
Well,
So
and I feel like they get all the goodies to promise their employees. Like, if someone's running that department, they're like, "Hey, man, I've spent a few months like looking for people, but I'm not getting a lot of interest in the job opening. We should start offering this, this, and this." And a lot of times, depending on the state, it's like you have to have all these benefits. That's just part of working for the state because this department over here gets all those benefits, so everyone gets them.
yeah, we got to talk to somebody in states because it's so many levels to it too. Like the working part, but then also the opportunity part. I like my dad, right?
Yeah.
Firemen, freaking. You know how much they make from overtime and like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Bro, like those going to the concerts, Miley Cyrus concert, all these concerts that come into the city, you got to have firemen and police there, right?
You have to.
Paid overtime. What is it? Double time and a half, whatever it is, their rate.
Yeah.
That's better than the side income.
It's true.
That's better than the side income. So your base salary plus that, and then same thing for the city jobs too. The guys that might be doing the city jobs, if new contracts open up for the city, they know about it first.
100%.
Oh shoot, I cut the grass for the city. Oh, y'all got a grass cutting contract? Now we know James. He gonna do a good job. He gonna do it right. He gonna do it the way the city needs it done. Pick up another contract.
Yeah.
That government contract will kick up quick. It'll pick up quick.
I hope that everything just starts to get so like chaotic and hard to manage for these departments and stuff to the point where they're just like, we just need to make the contracting better, like easier. Like when I got into looking at doing government contracts with my electrical company,
yeah, I
just saw the requirements for the bidding of each job, and I was like, I have to hire a position just to do this. I mean, it's probably worth it, but I would literally need a full-time employee just to go over the application, submit all the paperwork, all of your business information for every little job. I mean, one job would probably pay for it, but
it is a lot, bro.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, I know, like literally, there's a whole industry out there that all they do is find government contracts for you. That's literally what their whole, and they take a percentage or a fee.
Really?
And that's you're right, dude. It is a lot. I know even doing the few that I have done, like just to get in the door is ridiculous, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Just to get in, like, you have to literally. Whatever you signed up for, and I love when I see people on the internet try to make it seem like it's just so easy. All you gotta do is get on Sam and make it. But I mean, sometimes that setup could take years.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, man, this is gonna take me a long time to do.
That's true for electrical too. That's true.
Oh yeah.
But once you know it.
Yeah. Once I get some time to look into it, I'm definitely interested in looking into it because I'm sure based off of what I've seen, most companies are not going to mess with it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's why the companies of a certain size don't mess with it. But that's what, like the biggest thing is finding the contracting officer.
Yeah.
Like you got to hunt that person down. It shouldn't be that. And I know, it's right on the bottom, but they kind of want to go with the company that they can guarantee, but that knocks out a lot of people who can do the job right. Like there's no room for mistakes.
Yeah,
that's the thing. There's no room for like, man, I'll hire this one small company, and they drop the pole on. You can't have that.
Yeah, I thought about doing like hourly for somebody that already is doing government contracts. Just say like, hey, I'll subcontract with you hourly, or I think you talked to me about that. Like, you can find these companies that get the contract and say, hey, we're doing a runway or whatever. I'll do these section of lights or whatever, and give me a price on it, and I'll do it.
Yeah, that's subcontracting strategy. But I think that works better for certain industries too.
Yeah.
Especially construction.
Yeah, I got it right here.
What's that?
Oh, I'm looking at that Walmart thing.
Oh, did I send you the video? Did I send it to you?
No, but I just saw it on YouTube.
Surveillance video of the moments when a man drove his car into the Westwood Walmart.
That's funny.
Police say Christopher Kaler was at the wheel and they don't.
See the guy getting out of the way? Oh my gosh, dude.
That boy Ty, he said, "Oh y'all gonna fire me? Y'all gonna fire me? Okay." In an economical car, that means he got gas for days, huh?
He's going all the way to the sporting goods and coming back through the eyewear. Boom.
You can't keep pissing people off like this, man. People on the edge. When the stuff like that start happening, bro, people are already crazy. Now you pushing them to the edge. What do you think's gonna happen?
I mean, I can see what's happening. I mean, people are fed up. I see it with my customers. I see it with people I see on the street.
Oh, something better. Something gonna have to flip, man. Something gonna have to change. Cause, bro, when the moms start complaining, when the mom starts saying, "Hey, this is messed up," you got a problem.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to do this. Bro, I went to Chipotle the other day, bro.
Yeah.
With the kids. Bro, burrito was like $20.
It's crazy. Chipotle's gotten out of control.
What do they think this is?
I go to burger places now, like anything other than fast food. I mean, fast food's pretty expensive too. But like, a larger place like Killer Burger or Five Guys or something like that, you can't walk out of there without spending like $22 on a burger and fries.
I know. The Five Guys, goddamn, bro.
And it's
that grilled cheese, that grilled cheese with the onion, with the
is it
the grilled cheese with the burger?
Is that the one?
Damn, you gotta try it. The grilled cheese with the burger and the grilled onions.
Huh. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I forgot how much it was, but it's gonna be you gonna spend $15 easy.
Yeah,
for a burger. For a burger, $15.
Which is kind of nuts when you think about it. Because I mean, how much do you think those people are making in those places?
I don't know, man. I mean, the average price for a worker in a store, for a store to be profitable. See, I sit on both sides of the fence now. I know that it's like the average is like the lowest is 7. I mean, in Florida, I don't know what it is in Oregon. The lowest is 7. I think the middle range is 11 or 12, and the high end is 15. The higher end is 15. And I know people say, "Well, that 15 is not enough." I agree, but I know that on the other side, as a business owner, right?
Yeah.
Your real estate cost is killing. All right. Then you got to deal with the city. You got to have every single permit to serve food, right? You got to have a kitchen. Kitchen got to be clean, degreased. It's hitting from both ways. So,
last door here says 27 to 33,000 a year.
27. What's that per hour? So, that's about 2,000 a month.
Yes.
2,000 a month would be about 24. But I mean, pre-tax. So let's give it a little bump. It's say $2,500 a month that you have to make.
Yeah, let's just go on the top end, 33,000. Divided by 12. Yeah, that's like $2,750 a month.
Yeah, well,
That's just under $700 a week before taxes.
bro.
And then they get laid off.
And then they get that's the part that I think is so ridiculous, bro. Like, I think that it's crazy that people, I think I've been getting a little pissed off that people can't just work and live, you know? Like, work at a job and have enough to live a decent life. I'm not saying they're going to be living extravagant. I'm not saying they're going to, but just live, bro. Have a decent place to live, be able to afford grocery, be able to have transportation, because that's what keeps this whole economy rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And when all that stuff started breaking down, bro, everyone has a second job, side hustle, all this stuff. It's not even like an option; it's a necessity. And one part of the economy. That's what gets the most attention.
Yeah.
But there's other pockets. There's other pockets of that people don't talk about. They're doing just fine. But it's just a large chunk of people having to work, all the time.
Yeah, there's tons of videos, man, about layoffs. People are really fired up about this.
Bro, UPS, Google, Amazon, all these tech companies laying off. I know, and I know it's like, to a person who's in a company like that, these numbers are small. It's like, these aren't big numbers, right?
Yeah.
I think it's, they're all like around 10 to 15,000 people. And to one person, you like, man, that's a lot of people getting laid off. It is. But the overall effect is like, bro, that's 15,000 people that got to find a new job that might not have rent the next month. That's not going out to eat. That slowly hurts some parts of the economy.
It does.
It ain't gonna hurt the big companies, but it hurts other stuff,
I'm hoping though. I'm hoping people like just start their own stuff through this. Like I'm seeing more and more small businesses pop up, small services, stuff like that. Instead of telling people get your resume and go out there and apply. I mean, I think you should do that because you got bills coming in. That's just being realistic. But seriously, like find something to do. Start a pressure washing gig. Start a window washing gig. You'd be surprised how much those are paying right now. Not working for them, but owning the company.
Man, bro.
And everything makes it so easy. QuickBooks makes it easy. Gusto, dude, Gusto is one of the best things I've ever done.
Bro, killing it.
Killing it.
I'm a Gusto fan, bro. Anybody, what are you gonna use? Gusto. I know,
dude.
What?
Just like sending out my W-9s, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do that. Then I go on Gusto. Did you want to send out your W-9s? Yep. Click this button.
Oh yes.
Click.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's $3 to mail them out next day. Okay.
Well, yeah,
you don't even have to ask
that.
me.
I agree that people should start their own stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we got hit with the wrong thing first.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. That word sometimes aggravates me. Like, you gotta, I think, understanding what you really are is better. Like, I am a service provider. I wish people would stop saying like entrepreneur. It's kind of like it's been overdone on the internet. It's been killed.
Oh yeah, I don't feel like an entrepreneur, even though that's what I am. Because I've watched so many videos about entrepreneurs, and it's always the same thing. All you have to do is these 5 easy steps.
Damn, bro.
Start buying from overseas. Sell a product on Amazon. You can drop shit. You can warehouse. All that stuff is done for you. But if everyone does that.
But before you do that, buy my course for $5.99.
Yeah, he's
on sale.
the smart one.
On sale for $2.99. if you buy it right now, it's $199. Damn, bro, you dropped $300 that fast?
Yep. Easy.
People be buying it. People be buying it, bro. People be buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think the skills and services is available, but I think you're right. I think, yeah, people should do it. And in every area, you can always use it. And it's not enough. And there's plenty of things, but I think it doesn't look glamorous enough. You know, I think people want something that they can show off, but that ain't it, man. That's not real life. You know?
Oh yeah, but I mean, you think Bill Gates was getting a lot of chicks in his garage with his few buddies, you know, while they were making computers and software?
Damn.
You know? You ever think about that? Like, people probably walk by that house and were just like, look at that nerd. You know? Then he buys the neighborhood years later, you know, and it's just like, now you pay rent to the nerd. Wasn't glamorous.
You pay, yeah, but that's okay. But even see, that's what people needed at the time. Hey, people are going. That's even futuristic. People are going to need this thing.
Yeah.
You know, this will make everything that you do easier.
Oh,
This
yeah.
computer, this software is going to make, and that's a very unique time frame to be in a problem to solve that solve a lot of issues.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you start out thinking that. I don't know if you start out like, I don't know. I think Bill Gates is smart and all, but I don't think you always start out like, you know, oh, I'm gonna make this computer and software system. I don't know. I don't know his whole story, but I think that he has some insight. I think that he had some connection to someone or something that gave him a view of the future.
Yeah. Have you heard the history about that?
Nah, I don't know it. I don't know it.
Yeah. His high school, I want to say it was like some Seattle, I can't remember the name of it. But the high school was the first one to get a computer that was like state of the art. Like it had internet. I'm not sure actually that it had internet. I don't think the internet was out.
Dang.
But it was one computer, like out of the whole country, there was one computer and it got donated to Bill Gates' high school, or the school bought it. And he was in there all the time using it. And people were like, we don't know how to use this thing, but he was like obsessed with it. Like he was like, I want to learn everything there is to know about this device because this is the future. And then, what's the other guy's name that was with him?
Steve Jobs. Oh, I don't
know.
No. They're like, we shooting out Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs was in there. That's how much we know. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Anyways, his partner that also started Microsoft with him, there was like 3 guys. Him and his partner were like obsessed with this computer and just always going in there, staying late. I don't even know. That's what I heard, but I don't know that like school libraries let you come in after hours. But apparently, according to the story I heard, they were in there all the time after hours. And that's when they started building their own stuff because they were like, I think we could make this faster. I think we could make it better.
And I think at that time too, IBM had already, you know, they already had the layout for computers and faster computers at that time.
Yeah.
IBM, because that's where he got all his parts and stuff, right?
I think so. I'm not sure where he got all of his parts. I'm sure he had to find it. I'm sure that was like a hard Lakeside School in Seattle.
Nah, bro, that government playing that. Come on, bro. Government playing that. Well, we got this guy over here. He knows computers. His name is Lil William.
Yeah, it was like a crazy Paul Allen. Paul Allen was his buddy. Mm-hmm. And they both started, I mean, they didn't really even know each other that well until they started working on this computer, I think. It's wild. But that
But
it's a small. I think it's a small school too. Like it looks nice. It looks like a rich school, but
I remember, I remember seeing some story. I was like, "Damn, that school was like a Montessori. It had like glass and wood stairs, and it had nature on the outside." Is that the same one?
yeah. The
Yeah.
picture I see has like lots of nice chairs with a podium and big old
Yeah.
pillars.
What a coinky dink.
Yeah.
But that is, but but I'll say that is true because when I first started using Macs, I remember my elementary school had a Mac, and that was the first time that I like gravitated to the whole Macintosh system. So when I got in middle school, and what was the first thing? Was it Final Cut? The first editing, because we had Windows in our house, and I learned FL Studio on Windows.
Yeah.
Like the whole producing, that was like, oh, that was like the most amazing thing. And then I got introduced to Mac, and that's when I started learning. Was Final Cut on there when I first got it? But whatever software it was, to start editing videos, and from that, literally, that was the first start where I started teaching myself. But if schools don't have that stuff, which I always wonder, like schools don't have anything like new unless you're in a rich school, a rich area that has those things inside of the school.
I know it takes years for them to get that stuff.
It should be the opposite.
It should be the
I
opposite.
feel like every new technology should be dropped in school first. Tesla, I mean, that should be the first thing in auto body shops in high school.
Yeah.
Bro, make an electric car.
Dude, that makes so much sense.
You know what teens would do, bro? You gave them the technology, bro, they would make something. They got nothing but time. They'll be making bikes. Especially you get some hood, bro. Kids from the neighborhood, let me stop saying hood. Kids from the neighborhood, they need a bike, and you tell them, look, here's an electric powered motor, scraps, build something. Bro, them kids be making dirt bikes. They'll be making scooters, all that stuff. I think you'll be surprised when it come out.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was this thing that me and my older brother were interested in that he actually sent me, and it was like a kit where you could build like pedal bikes, all kinds of stuff for like your 6-7-year-olds, something like that, in that range. You could build like a trike, you could build a scooter, you could build a bicycle, and then they had like motor kits, battery upgrades, like all this stuff, suspension, all these things you could just add on to your toy. Like, dude, having that in a school would be valuable, just so people could like mess with those components.
Exactly.
I mean, think what that would do in like a country school, like with a lot of country people out on the farm. They start messing with that kit, and they're like, dude, my dad's got a welder, and I got tons of pipe laying around the shop. I could weld up something. I got an old lawnmower. I could take that apart, figure out how to put the engine on. I mean, they do.
Yeah.
They do that on farms and out in the country all the time. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we got to ask somebody younger, but I don't know if that being intrigued by stuff is lost. I don't know if it's lost now. I don't know if it's like all you care about is, you play that PS4, damn, PS4.
Oh man,
let me get that PS4. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's still a thing. Like even the arts and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that value still held in that. And speaking of like all the school stuff, dude, what was your like growing up like your childhood?
I had a very I don't know if it was like interesting childhood. I think it was kind of unique. Like I grew up in a small like country town. My dad was a pastor, so we were kind of like celebrity family in a way, but you know, not like famous, but you know, in a small town, like everyone goes to church, so it's like they know your last name. Oh yeah, your dad's a pastor. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I know who your dad is. I know who your mom is. Like that type of stuff.
Church celebrity. Yeah.
Like a church celebrity. I didn't realize it till I was older. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
it's weird when you move to the city and it's like people just don't know who you are because there's just so many people.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, I kind of grew up in like a little weird celebrity status where, you know, people who knew who I was, but we weren't around the town much other than like being in the church. Like we were homeschooled, you know, out in the woods. I mean, it was way out in the woods, like, you know, 40 minutes from like a small town out in the woods. You know, we had a little like grocery store out there where people bought like fishing license and beer. But other than that, it was the middle of nowhere. I actually loved it. I loved like, I lived on, not on a lake, like my house was on the water, but like we lived in a neighborhood and you could like walk 10, 15 minutes down to the water. I'd take a little inner tube down there and a paddle and just paddle out, be all by myself on a lake, birds flying by, woodloons, you know, swans, ducks. It was pretty tight, you know. Once you get to the city and realize like what kids' lives are like, I feel like I was pretty fortunate to have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and homeschool, then got in and out of like public schools.
Wait, you homeschool all the way through?
Mostly,
Yeah.
I think I did 4th grade in public school, and then I did like sixth or 7th grade, and then once high school started, I went in as a freshman. I did freshman and sophomore, and then I got enrolled into Running Start, which was like college classes.
Oh yeah.
So my junior, senior year, like I would come to homeroom class in the morning, and then I'd be gone to college, and I was earning college credits, and they're in semesters too, so, or quarters. So like,
what's going on, man?
everyone was getting, you know,
Oh, legit. Yeah.
Just opening up more time on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's when the good money comes.
Yeah. All right.
Told him today, I said, man, Monday through Thursday, that's it. I need my Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, bro. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
You know?
I feel you.
I'm just learning the time is valuable. They gotta pay you for your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta be happy with it.
Yeah.
If you ain't happy with it, hey, you need to renegotiate.
Yeah.
So I got my Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't come here till Monday night.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
See, I have to go back and forth on the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that work out for me. I don't have to be here till Monday night. You know?
Yeah.
And I work Thursday night is my last night. So Monday night and Thursday night. So Friday morning I can catch out. I can already have my bag packed. I can catch out Friday morning. I get off at 6.
Good to go. Yeah. Legit, man.
I'm happy about the day.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, bro. All right, good to see you.
But yeah, I was doing college credits at, you know, while people are going to high school. They're getting like a set amount of high school credits for the year, but every single one of my college courses counted as a high school credit. So I graduated with like, you know, like 10 times the credit.
I've always, bro, all the homeschool kids at my damn private school was killing it, bro.
Yeah.
They would go to class, they would get out and go to work and or like work some days out of the week and play sports and get college credit.
Yeah.
I wasted so much time in school, bro.
I mean that is a must for my kids. Like I don't care if you go to high school, but you will be doing Running Start.
Something.
Yeah. you want to be doing that. And the ladies love a college man. Those junior and senior girls, oh, he's going to college. They're all about it.
Oh yeah, hunting. He's getting ready. He's on college.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. My life is an onion. I think I'm just going. That's too much to talk about, so I'll spread it out.
Yeah. Sounds
You know,
good.
I grew up in South Florida. I grew up in Broward County. It's right next to Miami. And it gets wild for me. I went to public school for a little bit, and then I started playing football in private schools. And I, went to college in Wisconsin, Illinois. Then we did a thing in Australia. Now I'm back. But we'll dig into that. There's a lot of stories that I need to spread out.
That's what I'm saying. It's. I mean, there's a lot of stories, but I'm just trying to give the listeners, like some kind of basis to go off just to where I'm kind of like at. I mean, obviously, all of that stuff I just talked about, there's a ton of stories mixed in with it.